Dr. Wood, part two, exiting stress. And today I'm going to talk about Miyamoto Musashi. He wrote the book The Five Rings. He was the top samurai that was never defeated, and meaning he didn't die when they were all getting killed. So here's this guy who was unconventional, a maverick. His greatest nemesis, the greatest samurai, was traditional, wore his hair in braids. His clothing was traditional. He did everything traditional. He had a sword that was, like 6 inches longer than the average samurai sword. And so Musashi challenged him and said, "Meet me here at a certain time for a duel." And he gets there, and the traditional guy, he's on time, he's dressed, he's ready for battle, and he's walking around the beach. He's like, "Where the hell is this guy? He's late, didn't show up, da 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 da." So Musashi shows up 2 hours late. His hair's a mess, his clothes are a mess, and he shows up with a stick, not a sword. And his nemesis goes, "What the hell? Like, you know honor, and you don't even obey the samurai code, and this and that." And what Musashi knew was he already got in his head. The guy's upset and angry and not present, and he's getting ready to make a foolish mistake. Musashi killed him with a stick. Okay, so that was the moral of the story is, hey, sometimes being outside the box, outside the tradition, and if you get in someone else's head, then you can disable them technically before the battle's won. And Sun Tzu talks about the same thing. So the same concept goes everywhere. Michael Jordan's notorious for doing that in basketball, getting in guys' heads and trying to disable them. Baseball players do that, talking crap. It's just common in athletics. It's common in the man world. I don't know so much in the woman's world. I'm sure it goes on as well. So anyway, where am I going with this? So let's just talk about one of the things that Musashi wrote about in his book, The Five Rings, was he taught his young samurais to how to be like him and how he did what he did. And what does this have to do with stress? Well, as I talked about being present in the room. So one thing was to look straight, but see as far as you can up and down and sideways, to the right and to the left. It's called your peripheral vision. So due to computers, book study that we do, limited time outdoors where we have vast panoramas, a mountainside or the beachfront or in a forest, we start losing our peripheral vision and we start to become very myopic and very focused on a small screen. And what happens is these reflexes in the eye, our brain's wired for protection. So if you have limited peripheral vision, by the time the sword is here, you see it, it's too late. Your crocodile brain go crazy, like, "Oh my God, you're going to die because you can't see anything." So what we're going to do is expand and stretch the eye reflexes by, I recommend, if you can find a ceiling that has drop tiles in it, where you have the grid, is you can stare at one spot and then seize hard, look straight, but look as high as you can with your peripheral vision up, down, sideways, and breathe nice and slow and deep. Surprising thing is if you got neck pain, you got shoulder pain, you got back pain, lower back pain, hip pain, it can start to go away. And you go, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because one of the ways your brain validates reality is through vision. I can see you, and then as the cochlear system or vestibular system, it is a fluid system, and then there's sense, your joint receptors. So most people have lost a lot of their eye reflexes, and since we're indoors so much, by doing this, you'll cultivate, you can get rid of neck pain, a chronic shoulder problem, a chronic elbow problem, chronic wrist hand pain. These are all possibilities. Chronic lower back problem. You'll feel your tailbone move around and do different things from the eye reflexes, and at the same time, the tailbone or the sacrum actually goes into the parasympathetic nervous system. So to C1, C2, you'll have more peace come over your body. You'll feel more relaxed. Your body will be more at one, and you'll be more at one with the floor and with the room if you lay on your back and do this. And just breathe deeply. You'll learn to be present in the room, and at the same time, you'll build up these reflexes for overall health, overall spatial awareness, overall presence in the room, and overall seeing more of life. When we become myopic, see through a small lens, Our brain doesn't let in information. We become egocentric and only we know it all. But by being in the room this way, you can now see more things. Thanks a lot.